Good evening, everyone. It's me, Cullen, back with another shave. Tonight's shave is going to be new everything for me, except for two things, actually. One's new used. I was the original owner, and it's back to me. And one I've had for a while. But the soap's new to me, never used. I don't think I've ever used the brand. Definitely haven't used the scent. And then a brand new razor tonight. The bowl was originally mine, and it has been out and about, and now it's back to me. And then the brush I've had. So let's start with the bowl and brush is my Some Making Required, blue and yellow, and I believe this one has his maker's knot. I can't remember. And this is the original TwinPines WoodTurning bowl that I had them make for me over a year ago. And this started the whole craze with me, and I started posting them on Lather and Blade, Richman. I think there's some other groups, and quite a few people have picked them up since from Etsy, from TwinPines WoodTurning. And they're a great mom and pop place. He's retired, so they're just enjoying life. And I appreciate y'all for supporting mom and pop owned business. And then new to me is a Pearl Flexi version. I believe it's 4. It might be 6. I don't know how to tell the difference. I think I can look at the serial number. I think it's the last number on it tells you what it is. This is a 6, so I think this is the version 6. There's no blade alignment issues with it. Everything seems to be working properly now, at least on this one. It looks a lot like the Rex Envoy here. I'd polish this one with this. I believe is all brass, and I would ruin it. There's no way I'd get it polished just right, all the little pieces. But I believe they're both designed off of whatever the original, I believe it was a Gibbs razor, possibly, that's no longer made. But we're going to start off with this on setting 6, because even on setting 6, it's not anything worse than anything I shave with. And that came from Logan in that giant unboxing. And then this came from him also. This was last year's Vesper. He picked up the new whatchamadoodle, the new base, the omnibus base. And so this one came my way. I don't know how you could tell what base they are. I believe he said this one was the, if it's on the back label, it must be under this part. I believe he said this one was the, begins with an S. I can't remember what it's called now. I don't know. But then also had the Splishity Splash for it, and this smells absolutely fantastic. And the scent notes on this are cranberry, balsam, mousse de sax, and fern. Only know that because it's on the label here. This is a pretty firm soap. So I used a lot for what I would typically use for firm soap, but I think I under-soaped myself on this, so lather please. I understand. I messed up already, but this is a winner. It looks like probably half of this is used maybe already. So I'll probably go ahead and order the new Vespers, because I just won a $25 gift card off the Canadian Mafia show from CDB. He had done some gift cards, and I won one of his. And thank you, CDB, for that. That's very kind of you to be given to the community. And thank you to the Razor Company for all the giveaways you did, and Alpha Shaving for the giveaways you did. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but thank you all for being so active in the community. we all appreciate y'all very much. Let's get on with this shave. It's going to be a good one. In this, I have my special elixir. So far, I haven't had any takers. I'm purchasing my special elixir, which really surprising. But we shall see. We shall see. And I believe this is the V1 Makers. I think that's what he called it, the V1 Makers knot in here. It's super nice, whatever it is. But I've got to say, for the amount of soap I put in here, it took a lot of water for it to get to this point. And this is right to the point of it going from staying like egg white, you know, like stiff egg whites, to not being able to hold a peak anymore before it's too bloopy. So it's highly highly saturated with water. Now we're going to try this, and right there you can see it's on number 6. And this all unscrews here, the top goes off, put the blade on. It's just like the Rex Envoy. I've got to say right now, this feels, on number 6, like what I would imagine the Envoy would feel like. If you were to open the blade gap just a little bit more. So on 6, to me, this has perfect amount of blade feel. I would guess by looking at that gap there, that's probably not much more than maybe 0.70. I wouldn't think that's a 0.90 blade gap. Definitely has some good positive exposure on the blade. And that actually makes me wonder, let me go to 1 and see something. Okay, so even on 1 on this razor, you feel the blade. I don't think I ever finished that sentence, did I? It feels like the, I don't know what the Ambassador goes up to as far as numbers. But to me, that would feel like on 6, I would imagine it'd probably feel like a 4 on the Ambassador. It's still very comfortable. You know, especially if you're able to maintain the angle that this razor wants. It's very much like the Envoy. And that's all I could compare it to because I don't have an Ambassador. But it's very much like the Envoy, that when you shave with it, if you get the head off the angle, it'll still shave, but it won't be like if you ride the cap on it, you get blade feel, but it's a weird type of blade feel. If you have the angle perfect, you just have, the blade feels there a really nice amount, but it's nice and smooth. But if you take the angle just a little too steep, it can make that blade feel almost bitey. Most of the time, you really don't notice until you go to set the razor down on your face, and you feel how different that blade feels as soon as it touches your face. Or at least with me, because I'm so heavy-handed. That's because I have nerve issues in my hands. And my feeling in them has been lowered, and a lot of my hands go numb, but they don't go like tingly numb. They used to. Then I had carpal tunnel surgery on my elbows and hands. Then they find out that it's all coming from where it comes out of my neck. So now they don't tingle anymore from all this, but now it just goes completely numb. Or sometimes it'll just lose a whole lot of feeling. Most of the time it goes completely numb. And if I'm paying attention, I could keep doing what I'm doing. It's just weird because you can't feel what you're doing, but you can see that you're doing what you're not feeling, which is a totally weird sensation. Because your body is so used to feeling what you see yourself doing. You know, if you see yourself doing whatever, you feel it in your hand, your arm, your shoulder, everything else. But when they go numb, it's just kind of like you're hoping muscle memory actually works. Last night I didn't do a video because the weather's been changing so much here. It's gone from from hot to cold, and then it warmed up in the morning. In the afternoon, then it dropped down in temperature, started raining, rained all day yesterday for the second day in a row. And then we were having tornadoes everywhere here in Alabama, apparently. All the pressure changes yesterday had me so messed up that after I did that unboxing, my neck and everything was hurting so bad that when it was time for me to shave, I just wasn't in the mood really. So I just did it off camera so that I could try to enjoy it as much as possible, being in the pain that I was in. So, I apologize. If any of y'all out there feel let down that you didn't get a right, proper shave video from me. No excuse for it, I know. Are any of y'all out there excited for this Blackland era to finally come to life? Well, I know I am. It's good to see them come out with a new razor. To me, it's kind of funny that, well, I know they've been working on the Era for a long time and they've talked about it, but all of a sudden, you know, it's good to see that they come out with a new razor, the Era, and it's kind of funny because Blackland, who's been a traditional razor company, comes out with a razor that holds multiple plates, kind of like the Carve. Then at the same time, Carve came out with a razor that's a traditional razor like Blackland makes. So I thought that was kind of funny because it came out around the same time. But I'm excited for the Era. I'm not sure about the Carve. It sounds like it'll be too mild for me. But let me get all this cleaned up and I'll be right back. Let's go over what we used tonight. Tonight we used a Sun Making Required blue and yellow brush. And I believe this is his V1 Maker's knot on here. Is that an absolute great knot, whatever it is. We used the original #1 TwinPine WoodTurning bowl. The Pro Flexi version 6 on setting 6. After my shave, I rinse with warm water, cold water, witch hazel. Then I use my usual hyaluronic acid and vitamin C serum. Tonight we used Vespers, and I was so busy talking about the razor that I didn't even talk about the soap. The soap performance is what you expect from today's soaps. It was just great, excellent slickness, great scent strength, good medium, excellent performance, good post shave, just all around really good. The scent, absolutely love it, which it really takes me by surprise, kind of like 3, 4, 5 soaps, Big Red. This one has fern in it. Big Red also had, I believe, fern or pine in it. And most scents around this time that smell like pine tree, fern, any type of evergreen like that, is just awful to me. It's right there with roses. Just one of the worst scents. I'd rather smell skunk. Honest to God, no joke. But I don't think skunk stinks as bad as people say it does. To me, it smells like a Starbucks coffee, a strong, burnt coffee. But yeah, fern. Even going into like Christmas trees where you buy them and you pick them out at the little Christmas tree lot, that scent is just overwhelming. But with these, I really don't pick it up, just like with Big Red. Big Red you did on the dry down with the splash, but it was still very pleasant and it wasn't nasty and nauseous. It was real nice. So hopefully it'll be the same way with this, because so far the soap is just, I'm in love with it. And I just won a gift card from the razor company and wasn't sure of what to order. See, I'm picking up more fern on this now, but okay, this is right at the verge of, like, only because I'm putting, you know, it's so concentrated on my hands and like that. It's right at that. I don't know if I can handle this stage. All right, we are back. Let's go over what we used tonight. Tonight we used the Sun Making Required blue and yellow brush. And I believe this is his V1 Maker's, not on here. Is that an absolute great knot, whatever it is. We used the original #1 TwinPine WoodTurning bowl. The Pro Flexi version 6 on setting 6. After my shave, I rinse with warm water, cold water, witch hazel. Then I use my usual hyaluronic acid and vitamin C serum. Tonight we use Vespers, and I was so busy talking about the razor that I didn't even talk about the soap. The soap performance is what you expect from today's soaps. It was just great, excellent slickness, great scent strength, good medium, excellent performance, good post shave, just all around really good. The scent, absolutely love it, which it really takes me by surprise, kind of like 3, 4, 5 soaps. Big Red, this one has fern in it. Big Red also had, I believe, fern or pine in it. And most scents around this time that smell like pine tree, fern, any type of evergreen like that, is just awful to me. It's right there with roses. Just one of the worst scents. I'd rather smell skunk. Honest to God, no joke. But I don't think skunk stinks as bad as people say it does. To me, it smells like a Starbucks coffee, a strong, burnt coffee. But yeah, fern. Even going into like Christmas trees where you buy them and you pick them out at the little Christmas tree lot, that scent is just overwhelming. But with these, I really don't pick it up, just like with Big Red. Big Red you did on the dry down with the splash, but it was still very pleasant and it wasn't nasty and nauseous. It was real nice. So hopefully it'll be the same way with this, because so far this soap is just, I'm in love with it. And I just won a gift card from the razor company and wasn't sure of what to order. See, I'm picking up more fern on this now, but okay, this is right at the verge of, like, only because I'm putting, you know, it's so concentrated on my hands and like that. It's right at that. I don't know if I can handle this stage, but like this, it's fine. Smells really good. It's actually really nice. But I just won that, so I don't know if I'll get that, or there's one, All the Rage. And supposedly 345 Soap did a collab with the razor company also. I don't know what that soap's called, so we'll see. But thank you for joining me for another shave. And so tomorrow, I don't know what the soap is. Razor will be the Alpha Copper. I went ahead and I put some a sealant on mine, and the water was spotting it, so I just went ahead and took it off. So now we're back to original, just plain polished copper Outlaw. So that's what we'll use tomorrow for razor. I'm not sure of what brush or soap for tomorrow. I think tomorrow may be Trade Winds, I do believe. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and until then, take care, be safe, and most importantly, God bless.